Morning.
Alright.
Where's the S15?
You know where the S15 is because we had to get it recovered the other night. It's completely, well, knackered, I think. This is the first time this has actually been under there. Not that it's like some sort of like prestigious place to be. But I'm going to swap these over. We're going out in that today. I'm going to put the GTR under the carport because we had the paint done last week. Let's have a look and see how it's looking.
Never mind the paint done. Look at the state of this. Leaves and shite all over it.
So it needs a wash because I still think, you won't be able to tell off the camera, but that looks a different colour to that. It's got like an orange tinge in it,
right.
Weirdly enough. I thought it was just because we were in the garage under the fluorescent lights.
Just been painted a different colour, no?
It's not Sean's fault because he bought the paint direct, so it is the exact, he didn't mix it or anything, it is the exact pearlescent paint for that GTR because he got the paint code off it. We'll get it washed just to make sure it's not some dirt that sat in the paint and it just like needs to be taken out. So the S15 last week, it was a right nightmare. We had to get it recovered. This is what happened.
Afternoon.
Evening. This is going to be a bit of a saga, I think, or a bit of a series on this car. I don't know if you would have seen off the previous videos, it didn't start the other day. We're going to get it recovered to Tom at Crest Motorsport. So his guy who does his sort of like recovery stuff is coming to pick the car up, so we're going to have to push it up that hill there, up that massive hill that you can't see because he's not turned the camera around to show you. So we're going to get it round there and then get it back. He's going to back the whatever he's coming in. We don't even know if he's coming in a flatbed or a trailer or whatever, but hopefully whatever he brings is wide enough to take this because look at the width of it. It doesn't start.
Nope.
I'll show you why it doesn't start because it just does this. I bet it starts now. As you can see, it doesn't start.
Nothing's happening.
So-called the spark plugs get a little bit of moisture on them. That's why it doesn't start. We're not going to do it. Tom's going to do it. There's also all the rust from the previous video that you've seen maybe whenever that was on last week. And he's going to sort out all the sump leak, any of the gasket problem with the diff. Having problems with the camera?
No, you're alright, go on.
And the guy who does his body stuff.
Oh yeah, look at this. How posh is this garden, by the way? Ooh, there we go.
It's not really that posh, is it?
You're going to tell people that you nicked a bit of land?
He's going to put this splitter back on. As you can see, it's all messed up.
Yeah.
So the body shop guy supposedly is really good. He can do that. What we didn't say before...
I forgot we bought these wheels.
We bought these wheels. So these are... not that bit. These wheels are rotors. So they're 12Js. 10Js for the front. With the tyres, I mean, look at those. Look at those tyres.
Plenty on them.
Bang on. Fronts here, these are brand news.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So that's a budget special by the looks of it. But these, £400, I think that is an absolute bargain.
Yeah, £100 a wheel with a wheel and tyre.
Yeah,
bargain.
And it's the drift wheels, so
yeah,
you could not buy them for less than 400 with the tyres. So we got a good deal with that. And we've got this. That's a big rear, not splitter, diffuser.
Panel bits down there.
So that goes on the underside. And the panel bits go
on the side at the back.
Yeah, where the holes are. So these bits go back on here. This then connects to the rear diffuser.
Yeah, the big bit in the middle.
Sorted. So we've got to put all this stuff in the car.
Nice.
And the guys come in a minute to pick it up. And then after that, we're going to get pissed. Have a Bombay 8s, a few beers, sorted.
Get in.
Business meeting, sorry. Business meeting.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Got it.
Yeah.
I hope he's got a winch.
If he hasn't got a winch, we ain't getting it on.
No.
Because that was...
fucking well heavy.
Jesus. Knew that would come in handy for something. I knew it would.
The wood.
Edward.
I'm done now. We get another beer.
Let's go to the pub.
Yeah. I wish. Oh, I like what you've done there. That's clever.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah. You slag iPhones off, saying the camera's are shit, but it's got a torch on it, and your GH5 doesn't have.
You're still out of focus. Right, so that was easy enough.
Yeah.
Right, see you later, mate. Cheers.
There she goes.
There she blows, yeah. See you tomorrow.
I reckon that's going to be the first of many times we see that on the back of a trailer.
I cannot even see what you are. Right, should we get all these cars moved out of the way?
Yeah.
Do you want to move them, yeah?
Wait, you putting this under there?
Yeah.
On them.
Do you know one thing I've noticed?
What?
It's quieter since Andy's done all that remapping and stuff. Don't you think the cold start's quieter?
Yeah, it doesn't sound quite as loud. Are you upset about that though?
Yeah, because everyone likes a cold start. Do you know what you keep saying about my new coat?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep plugging the Candy Seller. Go check them out on Instagram. We get free sweets.
It's relentless, this, isn't it?
When I drove the car last week, you said to me this was spitting flames out of the exhaust.
It was.
Which is weird because it's not been remapped or anything apart from the Dream Science.
So that's been remapped then?
Has it?
Yeah.
No, I mean properly remapped by someone who knows what. Custom mapped. Should there be any flames coming out of with a Dream Science map?
I don't know.
Comment.
But it has got the mongoose downpipe though.
So what we're going to do today is we're going to go out and we're going to try and see if we can get any flames out of it. So yeah,
Easy.
We're going to go and do that.
You'll need this.
I've got a key.
You'll need this one. Key fob covers on Instagram. Go check them out. What do you reckon to that?
Is it real carbon fibre?
No.
Did you get it for free?
Yes, I did.
Well, it's all good then, isn't it? Free is good. Right, come on, let's go and do this then.
Let's go. Enjoy yourself?
Yeah, it was alright actually, but I don't think we got any flames. We had a quick look back through the footage then.
I definitely saw flames in the car that I was following you in, definitely.
Right, well, that's good. Hopefully it works for all that like illegal driving we did. We weren't breaking the speed limit, by the way. We were doing all good. When we did a bit of the stuff then, the tyre sensor pressure,
tyre pressure monitoring sensor
that's
system.
The one. It come on, thought stuff had fell off. Tyres are still up, so might have caused a problem with that, but turned it off, turned it back on again, it was fine. Right, should we just explain what we've got coming up on this car?
Loads.
Can't just say loads. Come on, give us a bit.
Well, now we've done the intercooler, flywheel, the clutch, the downpipe. What we wanted to do then with the Dream Science map, so we wanted to flash it back to standard, see what it runs at, get it on the dyno, and then go through the different maps all the way up to the new Ultima 3 Plus, was it?
Yeah.
Which I think is supposed to squeeze out over 400 horsepower, that?
That'll get another 25 horsepower, which I'll be surprised because it only gained 13 off the previous one. And we didn't use the bog standard map, we used like middle of the road, didn't we?
Ultima 2, yeah, because we were told not to use the 3 because it not got the intercooler stuff on. So we're going to see how it goes.
So we're going to Awesome GTI to do
Awesome GTI, we're going to put it on the dyno, run it on all the different maps, and then what we're going to do then for a separate video after that is see how that then compares to the race chip, which is similar money, but then I don't think the race chip comes with all the different maps on it, but we're going to see. We've got that to do. We've got, once we're out of lockdown again, we're going to get it back on the runway. We'll get it, or say get it on the runway with the RS3, with the RS4, with the GTR.
What are you looking at them for? Look at me.
Oh,
I'm
we're talking to
me.
Oh, am I? Yeah, but you know what's happening. These guys don't.
It's news to me.
Well, we're going to do all that. We're just going to race it. We're going to race all the cars against each other.
Yeah, it should be good. Can't wait for that runway.
It's a shame that it got cancelled, but I understand the guys, you know, we didn't want to get into trouble, it was locked down and all that kind of stuff. Then we've got to get the S15 on the drift track. Then we've got to get the RS4 and the Focus RS on the track.
What we're trying to say is, we're not going to bore the shit out of you by doing paint work, all the other stuff we've been doing on them. We're not going to do anything boring like that. We're going to get some speed now.
Power.
This is where it comes down to. We're going to get some power modifications on that car.
Yeah.
And the others, really.
Fancy getting a bigger turbo for it?
Hell yeah.
Do you think the blocks can handle it?
I don't know if you could handle a bigger turbo.
The RS3 will still piss all over it, mate. But we're not going to do, well, we're going to do 0 to 60s. We're there for 0 to 60s. What we're going to pay more attention to is things like 30 to 80, you know, that kind of stuff, like real world stuff.
Rolling races.
Rolling races, yeah.
I don't think this is going to be too far behind your RS3 on a rolling race.
We were in a Golf R, completely standard car. It's got like 60, 70 horsepower less, and it keeps up with it. So my RS3 should piss all over it.
Now we're going to go and see Tom at Crest Motorsport, see if he's done anything with the S15.
Hopefully, yeah. He said he was going to have a look at it this afternoon, so we could go and hurry him up, can't we?
Yeah, let's go and see him. I'm not saying I was driving that Focus then, because I don't want to own up to it. But it's really difficult to get it to go sideways.
How would you know?
It looked difficult anyway when the person was doing it. So, but it does look difficult because I think the front wheels are spinning. So to get it to go sideways, you've got to like handbrake it, get it sideways, and then it just spins on the spot. It's difficult.
Somebody that's not driven it, you seem to know an awful lot about, like,
yeah,
you know,
it's just what I've been told.
Well,
you know,
I mean, you don't usually retain that much information if somebody.
Well, to be honest, I forget most of it. But one thing with that car is it's good fun. You know, it's not the fastest because we had Harris out with us who does our editing, and he was in his Golf R.
Yeah, it's a standard Golf R,
which is supposedly 295 horsepower.
Something like that. 300 PS, yeah.
Yeah. The RS is 365-ish. So it's got 70 horsepower more.
Yeah, but it's the DSG gearbox that gearbox makes up for a lot of lost power, definitely.
We shot off a few times, and not that I was looking in the rearview mirror too much. I don't think the Focus pulled away any.
No.
So are you saying 70 horsepower is the difference between a manual gearbox and a DSG?
Without a doubt, yeah. So I'm sure it was Matt Watson actually on CarWow did a comparison with the S3 Auto and a Golf R manual, same engine, different gearbox, same drivetrain. And the S3 Auto absolutely smashed the Golf R. And that is purely, or I would say 95% of that, is the gearbox.
I think a manual gearbox, I know the DSG box and all the equivalents in the VAG stuff is really good, but I don't know, I just enjoy changing gear. It's not all about getting to 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds, is it? You know, it's all about enjoying
the drive of it, yeah.
Drive,
but I still think you can enjoy, like, would you want your GTR in a manual? Well, there you go then.
No.
So that's why, like the S3 for instance, they stopped selling them in a manual because nobody wanted them.
Bottom line is 70 horsepower is the difference between a manual and a DSG box by the looks of it.
Seems to get through the gears quicker, doesn't it?
So we're just going to go and pick a hard drive up to transfer this data for today, and then we're going to go and see Tom at Crest Motorsport. Not looking good, is it, over there?
Not looking good, mate.
Is it fixed, mate?
No, not
Can we
yet.
take it? Ready? Are we at the front of the list here, or the back of the list? Is this the
Oh,
back?
is this like the queue?
Or is that the front? Because if that's the front down there, it's going to be about 2 years by the time we get down here.
Yeah, somebody said we should take our car to somewhere that's got at least an S body. Is that S chassis
Yeah, that's
or
an
whatever?
S chassis, yeah. Well,
Yeah, so ours is here,
there
but
you
we
go.
should take it somewhere that's at least got one outside. Well, it has, it's got one outside.
There you
But
go.
even still, there's an R34 GTR there. so
That's
I'm
not
sure-
a GTR, that's
Oh,
a
is it not?
GTT.
Oh, okay, so that's a Jaguar.
The GTR's got the rear arches
A massive.
are huge.
All right.
Right.
So at least I think he knows what he's doing, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, he definitely knows what he's doing. The main thing is, bit of a wasted journey, but we had nothing else to do, did we?
Yeah, you didn't. But,
So-
you know, I probably had loads to do. But yeah, cheers.
Right, come on, quiz
What?
time. What's that?
It's Tom's, that's what that is.
Yeah, that's Tom's. GTT, S15, Lexus
IS200.
IS200,
Another IS200.
IS200. That's a Sora.
Is it? How do you know?
It looks like a
I
Sora.
thought they're Saurus.
That's forgot what that is. IS200, 200. So IS200's well outnumbered, so we're none the wiser.
No, so it's
So,
still
come back next
Brock.
week.
Next
Right.
week, I'd say, yeah. What does he drink? Does he get pissed in? Corona. Bought a crate round to yours actually. Have you touched them yet?
Drank them.
Fuck's sake. I think we've sussed out what to bribe you with. So,
Yeah, Corona. Tom, what are we looking at for the S15 then?
We'll put it in though.
Oh, we're going to do it, yeah.
Ah,
Right,
yes.
Tom. So we was going to go home, now we'll stay.
now we'll stay.
Do you need a lift? Look at you just stood here now. Go on, give Tom a lift, push him.
He's flying there.
Come on, we've got to go back in a minute.
Put you back into it.
I'll film. So
What is it?
he's just shook the ECU.
Shook it.
Yeah, that's the
Give
fix.
it a wobble.
Give it a wobble.
That's worrying.
That's unbelievable, but it's still running like shit.
Yeah. It just struggles on cut. It's like it needs a choke.
I think it's been kicked by someone in the passenger side when they've been shitting
I did
themselves.
say this to you the other day.
Is this the one that looks like an amp? I thought that was an amp to go with our stereo that don't work. I actually didn't know that was an EC. Looks like an amp, doesn't it?
It does look like a mini amp.
There you go. Well, I didn't want to say anything because it sounds fucking mental when you say it out loud.
I've been doing this YouTube now for about 4 months. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
We need to get him a stethoscope. On a scale of 1 to 10, how fucked is it?
Can I take the sump off first?
Yeah.
Come back tomorrow or whenever. What's the worst case it could be?
Set of shells.
What the hell's that? Expensive?
Nope.
Right, so this is worst case.
Yeah.
Right.
What do they do?
They sit on your crankshaft.
Oh. Do they go in them bits?
Yeah.
Ah, you see? What are they conrods? No, what are they?
Those are conrods on the floor,
See?
They're scrap them, you can do it, won't they?
Yeah, I know,
do
but
you
they're
know
not covered
this?
in oil. Hey, you fucking leave this to me. Yeah, so is they them bits?
Yeah. You see, it's got that little wear mark there, where that bit's shiny and the rest of it's not.
Yeah.
They might just have worn out a bit. We were going to have the sump off anyways to do that gasket.
No extra labour really.
Not really, no.
Alright, good stuff.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get your overalls on and give Tom Ander what?
Yeah, I'll stay here all night. Yeah, no problem, mate.
Just be careful that you don't obviously get your new coat covered in oil.
It's already covered. I'm deep in the garage now. Look at me. The door's there. I would stay, but my dinner's on. So. It's getting to be a common theme now, is going under this tunnel bridge full of water. But the S15 is back from the dead, I think.
So we think, well, he knows it's loose cables into the ECU or something.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because the fuel pump coming on is intermittent, isn't it? So obviously.
Yeah, so we knew that with our limited experience. We knew it was a fuel pump issue, so he's going to fix that. He's going to actually take the engine out, fix the oil sump leak, weld it up. He's going to fix the diff leak. So he's going to make it so we can go drifting in it next month. And then after that, I think what we're going to do is strip it down and get it back to a really good state.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna try and become drift pro champions.
Which shouldn't be too difficult.
Not in that car.
No, because it'll go sideways at the drop of a hat. So if we can get the 4-wheel drive Focus to go around in a circle, we can definitely get that.
Once we've mastered the art of drifting in that, we then need to strip it down and make it mint. Because Dave Coleman, the guy that built it, sent me some pictures. So we watched the video the other day.
Well, we'll put the pictures in, but we're going to
Yeah.
put that in on the next video because
Yeah.
there's that many pictures. We want to sort of like, we don't just want to throw it in now at the end of a video.
It's a shame
So
to see how
check
bad
out
that car's
next
got.
time.
It really is, because he put a lot of work into that. So hopefully we can try and get it somewhere looking as close to as possible. So we're going to strip it down again. And
So yeah, see you next time. Hopefully it's working a bit better next time you see it.
see ya.